Hello YouTube, this is Ulrich von Drake here. Recently changed my YouTube handle again. If you're wondering why, I decided to change the theme of my YouTube channel in general. Focus on a few things, rather than general broad stuff like I used to. I will be primarily focusing on the wonderful game known as Skyrim, or Skyrim Special Edition, Legendary Edition, same difference. For those of you who don't know, Skyrim is a 2011 produced video game from these people at Bethesda Softworks, Bethesda Game Industry, whatever. I believe it's just called Bethesda Softworks or Bethesda Game Industry. And also I'll be focusing on slightly medieval things, such as the medieval knight handle. But primary focus will be on the Skyrim slightly downgraded Anniversary Edition, which is a remaster of Skyrim Special Edition, which is itself a remaster of Skyrim that came out in 2011. It's a bit confusing to some who don't know, but I'll try and explain further. So, Skyrim came out on November 11th, 2011, 11/11/11, quite the release date. It was hyped up by Bethesda and their fans at the time, quite some degree, ever since the first trailer came out in 2010. Oh boy, was it hyped up. I still somewhat remember people talking about it at school in early 2012. I got it as a gift for Christmas 2012. I've been playing it on and off ever since. I have over 3,000 hours in Skyrim's original release, plus the free downloadable contents or DLC add-ons for the game. The first I purchased was Dawnguard, DLC add-on, which added a whole new system of vampires and vampire hunters, along with a totally new quest line, which you could choose a side in. Something lacking in the main quest of the original Skyrim. Then I believe I purchased Hearthfire or Dragonborn next, I don't remember. But Hearthfire added in some minor quests in 3 different locations out in the world, out in the game world, where you could purchase a plot of land and build your own house. Sadly, it doesn't sound as customizable as one might think. Yeah, well, you can choose one unique item per location, one unique building item per location, but you're set with the small initial house that you build first, and always the same place. Then you get the bigger main house, and then you can choose possibility of 3 different add-ons per direction, like south, north, and east, I think. I don't remember. I don't play it. I haven't played Hearthfire through in ages. But basically, per direction of the main house that's not covered by the small front house, is an option. You get 3 different options per side. I would list those options, but I don't remember them well enough to list them off. But it is slightly customizable to that option. And then Dragonborn DLC add-on added a whole new questline, re-added in an entire island, big island, to the world space, different world space, I guess. to the original world space, and it's pretty exciting, slightly better than Dawnguard in some degrees, slightly worse than it in other degrees. So, why have I been playing Skyrim so long, you might ask, and why did I upgrade to the special and then regret later upgrading to Anniversary Edition? Well, first was the overall hype and excitement for the game when it first came out and before it first came out. Lots of conversations in high school, 12th grade, about how darn good the game was. And for those of you who don't know or might be curious, I don't know, Skyrim is the 5th installment in Bethesda's Elder Scrolls series, an original series made by Bethesda starting in 1994, which is basically as old as I am because I was born in 1994. I know, I'm an old fart bag. So Skyrim and myself and the Elder Scrolls series are both 30 years old at this point. Yes. And even now I feel my excitement for the game and the series building up. The first game in the series was Elder Scrolls Arena. That let you access the whole of Tamriel, the whole continent of which Skyrim takes place. And Skyrim is just one province out of, I believe, 9 provinces. And the continent of Tamriel, not a country but a province, a rather small continent. And a couple years later they came out with Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall, which takes place mainly in the Daggerfall region of High Rock. Not a drug, but a province in the Elder Scrolls Tamriel. Then I believe they came out with Morrowind, the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, which takes place in part of the Morrowind province, which is home to the Dark Elves. I'll get into more of the races later if I remember. Then the 4th one, which I have played the second most, only a handful of hours really, less than 100 I imagine, was Oblivion, taking place in the Heartland province of the continent called Cyrodiil, home of the 3rd Cyrodiilic Empire. And then 5th came Skyrim in 2011. I've played like less than 5 hours of Morrowind. Didn't really get into it, honestly. I might try again. And Skyrim I love the most because the hype and the freedom that you have playing the game. You can pick one of 10 races to play. 3 human races. Well, I think it's 4 human races. Yeah, it's 4. Sorry. Then 4 elven races. And 2 quote-unquote beast races. The beast races are the lizard, reptile-like Argonians, and the cat-like Khajiit. The 4 human races are my favorite race, the Nord, Hearty Sons of Skyrim, the game I love to play so much. Hardy, fair-haired, tall, generally blue-eyed fellows based after the Vikings of history. And then you have the Bretons of High Rock, which are noble and knight-like in general, including a whole lot of court politics that I don't know enough to get into. Then we have the Imperials of Cyrodiil, or the Citadelics, I don't know how to say it. Basically natives of Citadel, and being that it's the seat of the Empire, they're called Imperials. And last, but certainly not least, you have the Red Guards of Hammerfell. Sort of generally darker skin race than the others. Very talented warriors, live primarily in the deserts and desert-hugging cities. And then the elven races, starting from my least favorite elf race, the Tall High Elves, or Altmer. Generally racist toward the other races in certain degrees. Well, frankly, almost all the races in Tamriel are racist against one another. Very bad situation. Not sure why the writers made it that way, but that's the way it is in the game, so. Then you have the Dunmer, or Dark Elves, in Morrowind. There are much better channels than mine that get into the lore, so you can just look up Skyrim lore races, or whatever type of Skyrim lore you want, and you'll find much better channels than mine. And then you have the slightly smaller whales that are Bosmer, that are home in Valenwood, the mighty forested jungle regions of Skyrim, of Tamriel, however. And last but not least, you have the Orzammar, or the Orcs. The Orcs aren't an original creation. They find their roots in Tolkien, J.R.R. Tolkien, I believe, Lord of the Rings. And then that's all the races. 10 of them. Obviously. And then you have the provinces of Tamriel. All 9 of them. They are Valenwood, Somerset Isle, which is an island off the coast of Tamriel. Then you have Morrowind, Ashenland after a volcano erupted about 100 years after the events of Skyrim, 100 years before the events of Skyrim. Then you have Black Marsh, home of the Argonians, jungle swampy area. Being that they can breathe underwater, Argonians are suited for that area. Then you have Elsewhere, the big desert and rainforest area, home to the various forms of Khajiit. Then you have Citadel, seat of the multiple empire throughout history. And then you have High Rock. Then you have my favorite of all, Skyrim, harsh winterland. And then technically, due to the Dragonborn and other DLC previous, you have the island of Solstheim. It's separated from Tamriel's land massively in the past. I would keep getting into lore and background of the game, but there are much better channels who can do that. So other future plans in regarding to Skyrim, I will teach myself via YouTube and a whole lot of Google searching how to record and edit a Skyrim video. Like I said, I'm going to focus on the special / downgraded anniversary edition of Skyrim. And Skyrim Special Edition came out late 2016. And the Anniversary Edition, which Bethesda keeps wanting to update due to various reasons, which I don't want to get into now, in November 2021. Close to 3 years ago now, relatively. More like 2.5 years, but whatever. And for that, they added a whole bunch of paid content, which they tried before, but didn't work in 2015. Before, in the Special Edition, their retried paid content was completely optional. And without buying the Anniversary Edition, which I do not recommend doing, because I still regret it to this day, which I bought like mid 2022. is the crap, what was I talking about? So what happens when you don't plan or edit videos, you forget what you're talking about. But regardless, the anniversary edition added 4 bits of consenting items, which were fishing, of all things. A whole quest line evolved around just fish and various related fantasy things of Skyrim. Then you had unofficial survival mode, which is a whole another thing I haven't really played into. Then you have the Saints and Seducers. Don't come for me, YouTube, it's just the name of the add-on, which adds a whole thing related to Oblivion DLC called the Shivering Isles. And then, last but not least, you got Rare Curios, which adds a bunch of ingredients and other things into Skyrim. All that was invented with Anniversary Edition for Friggy, even though I don't like any of the add-ons for the Anniversary Edition, frankly. See, the base game, Skyrim itself, and all the free DLC in the Special Edition and the earlier Legendary Edition adds more than enough content to play out. And Skyrim being an open world sandbox game, like Bethesda's previous Elder Scrolls entries, does not end when you finish the main quest. So that's rather enjoyable. You get beat the main quest like in a long or short playthrough. Doesn't take that long, only a handful of hours if you rush right through it. And you can still play the game after that. And if you want, you can join additional guilds or factions and quest lines in the main quest. And there are multiple factions you can join, and you can join all of them if you want to. Unlike in previous games, like Morrowind, where you had to basically choose one or two and destroy the other ones. At least I think so. I've never played that far in Morrowind. The optional factions and quest lines to join are the College of Winterhold, which is basically a whole magic-related quest line and faction. Though, like a lot of Skyrim, it wasn't developed as it could have been, but I'm not gonna complain, I still love it. Then you have the Companions faction guild, which are warriors. They basically fight for coin and honor. I won't spoil too much about it in case people watching this haven't played Skyrim. Then you have the Thieves Guild, which focuses on robbing people and establishing nefarious connections throughout Skyrim. Then you have the Dark Brotherhood, which is basically a bunch of assassins who kill people for money. That's just how it goes. So the Companions fight people and monsters for money. The Fuse Guild steals for money, and the Dark Brotherhood kills for money. So a lot of money-related things in all Skyrim. And I believe there's at least one additional faction called the Bard's College, which, while being a journal faction, only has like 1 or 2 main quests and then miscellaneous quests that are basically go here, fetch this. As a matter of fact, most non-DLC and main quests are related to go here, fetch this, go there, kill that, go to this other place, give this person a note or some information, and generally return. Rather repetitive RPG quest designs, but I still love it. I've been playing it since 2012, and I love it to this very damn day. So that will be my primary focus for the channel from now on. I know I'm actually setting a focus for this misguided, weird channel. Don't know how often I'll be uploading Skyrim videos, but hopefully every so often. Just gotta learn how to record and edit Skyrim videos and how to make the game look pretty so I can show it off better. Or you can make Skyrim look amazing with a thing called mods or modifications. Basically, modifications add to, replace, or remove things from a gaming world. In Skyrim, and the Elder Scrolls in general, has one of the best wholesome modding communities out there. There's a few websites to get Skyrim mods, but I'll be linking them in future videos. And yeah, that's about it, because this video's past 20 minutes, so I'm gonna call it quits here, and hopefully upload sometime in the next week or so. Auf Wiedersehen, as they say over in the German lands, or see you later, alligators, we say here sometimes in America. Bye.